to Revolution Mouse here with a huge trade binder update. I haven't done any of my rares, commons, anything like that, so I'm going to do everything today. Pretty much all of my cards that are noteworthy. So let's start off with the high cost binder. So we have our playset of Terminus, Chromo Silverblade, Heavily Played Swords to Plowshares from 4th, maybe 5th. 2 Neg Exemplar from M11, Consecrated Sphinx, Frost Titan, Snapcaster Mage, Junting Geist, 3 clones, 1 from the dual decks, 2 from M13, 1 Battle of Wits, foil Lone Revenant, foil Forbidden Alchemy, back to basics, and I would consider it near mint. There's really no nicks on it. Careful Study, 2 counterspells, 1 from Tempest and Ice Age, foil Zendikar Island. I would consider it light to moderate play. This one's going to be hard to get off me because there's a guy at my shop that offers 13 bucks in trade for it, and he has a ton of stuff, and I haven't given it to him yet, so it's going to have to be above 13 in trade for that. I apologize, but I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do. Liliana of the Dark Realms, Grizzlebrand, foil Heartless Summoning, and a Gravecrawler, 2 Curse of Deathhold, Disciple of Bolas, Killing Wave, 2 Bloodgift Demons, Dark Ritual, and then Necropotence from 4th or 5th. I'm not quite sure. 4 Reforge the Soul, Devil's Play, foil Searing Spear, foil Faithless Looting, if we can get some shine on here. Not really showing anything, but actually is some pretty cool foil work on the Faithless, and, oh, there's some, and the Searing Spear, and then Pyroclasm from Ice Age, 4 Pyroclasm, 1 from M10, 3 from M11, so 5 total. Foil Thunderous Wrath down here, foil Seeding Song, see me some shine on, 2 Blasphemous, excuse me, 2 Blasphemous Act, Elder Scale Worm, Garruk Wildspeaker from the Commander deck, 2 Thragtusk, Elvis Archdruid, foil excuse me, gosh, I still have a little bit of a cough, foil Noxious Revival, Karn Liberated, Batterskull, Feast and Famine, War and Peace. Those ones are going to be harder to get off me. Not quite as hard, you know, as some of the cards, but I mean, I'll trade them, but they're going to be a little bit harder to get off me. Foil Spellskite, foil Spear of the Suns, 2 Runechanger's Pike, playset of excuse me, Goblin Charl Belcher, and then a Lotus Petal, which is excuse me, probably heavily played. Venser, foil Stormcrew Captain, Brian Statarm promo, and then an Edric, Spymaster of Trest from the Commander. Tameo Emblem, playset of Sulphur Falls. I will only trade them as a playset, as with the Hintuan Harbors and the Sun Petal Groves. Well, I don't know. I mean, I would trade them singles or, you know, doubles or whatever, but I prefer to trade them as a playset. I will trade them as singles, but, you know, a playset is preferred. It's fine, you know, either way, but 3 Glacial Fortress, all from M12. By the way, 3 M10s and then 1 M12 for those. M13 Dragon Catacomb, 2 M13 Dragon Skull Summits, Razor Ridge Thicket, Dark Slick Shores, 2 Gavany Township, 2 Moulin Haunts, 2 foil Desolate Lighthouses. It's mainly just showing the glare. It's kind of annoying. I guess you kind of saw it there a little bit. But anyway, 2 Slayer Strongholds, Nathalia Dryad, Cavern of Souls, 2 Gemstone Mines. 1 is lightly played. The other one is probably moderate to heavy play. And then back here I have a playset of Brainstorms. One of them, I can show you really quick, has a little bit of a bend on the top, like right in the middle. My camera sucks. It's like a couple creases, like right there. They're not really creases, as they are like kind of scratches almost, so they can't be felt through the sleeve. I'll consider them light to moderate play. That one. The rest of them are near mint. I'm considering them near mint. However, they low play, but oops, sorry. And then 3 Dazes, near mint to slight play, and then a crappy condition Urza's Tower. From the Anvil one, whichever set that is. Anyway, that's my high cost binder, or high-ish cost binder. Now I'm just going to flip through all of my standard rares, dual decks, Victory's Herald, 2 Stony Silence, Dearly Departed. In fact, you know what, I'm just going to take them like this, and then just flip through them one by one. 11 dual decks. Sinks of the Thin was dual decked. That's the first part of it. I'm just taking it by parts, so because I can't grab the whole pile. There's a ton of duplicates in here, so if you see the same card twice in a row, there's a reason for it, or 3 times or 5 times in a row. If you don't know what any of the cards are, just let me know, and I'll tell you, but there's a ton of stuff that I need to go through. So I'm just trying to hurry through this part, because most of you probably won't want these rares. None of these ones are foil. My foil ones are in my foil binder, which I will get to in a second. Well, foil portion of my binder, I guess I should say. My main wants, I guess while I'm doing this, I can say my main wants, mostly modern stuff. However, I'll go over the standard stuff I'm looking for. 3 Geist of St. Trafts, 1 more Quirion Dryad. Trying to think of other stuff that I'm wanting from standard. Not really much. Honestly, that's really all I can think of right now. The whole updated wants list will be in the description below. It's going to be a pretty long one, however, most of it will be from modern. I need a playset of what they called Serum Visions. I need a couple more Remand. But anyway, I'll go on to the next part. These are some rares from not in standard that, I don't know, they're okay, but mainly just stuff from Commander and stuff, so you have the Animar. Riku of 2 Reflections is also for trade. I'll just flip through these a little bit slower. Prophetic Bolt, Ruination, Sitting Sky Swallower, Collective Voyage, Urza's Guilt, Journeyer's Kite, 4 Bliss Hellion, 4 Lavalanche, which is the crappy Bonfire of the Damned, excuse me, Enigma Sphinx, Retaliator Griffin. This Numont is in awful condition. If you want it, I'll take it half off, because it has water damage and it's just bent up like crazy. Utopia Tree from 9th edition, which is the crappy Birds of Paradise, and then a foil Wargate, which is in near mint condition, which is the crappy Green Sun Zenith. Alright, so those are the crappier rares from that. And then some more commons and uncommons out of standard. 2 Preordains, Plated Geopede, Anger, Spell Crumple, Vegetation, Greaves, Soul Ring. Electrolyze and Fire and Ice are going to be harder to get off me. 4 Putrefy, 4 Squadron Hawks, Journey to Nowhere, Soul's Attendants, a Johnny's Pridemate, a couple Giant Growths, a couple Joraga Tree Speakers, Pyretic Rituals, Ornithopters. What next? Okay, these are the cards that are going to be really hard to get off me. I took them out of my binder, my rares binder, because number 1, there wasn't enough room in this binder, and number 2, because these ones are only for my high wants. So I'll go over them. But there's a Treetop Village, foil Zealous Conscripts, foil Talrand, 4 Vexing Devil, Hellspark Elemental times 2, 2 Kitchen Finks. These ones I will only trade for other modern stuff. Well, I don't know. Pretty much, those are going to be really hard to get off me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even say that, because I really, I don't know. Rewind about 20 seconds. Pretend I didn't say anything at all. These are just like all of these cards. Okay. Anyway, playset of Goblin Guide. I will only trade this one as a playset. This is one of the only ones that I will strictly only trade as a playset, is the Goblin Guides. 4 Lava Spike, which are in moderate play condition. Russian Rift Bolt, Surgical Extraction, playset of Seachrome Coast, again, only traded a playset. This is one of the only other ones. Sorry, I forgot about this. And then 2 Phantasmal Image, which are almost just not for trade. Excuse me. Except for fetch lands. I'll trade these for some sort of, fetch land plus something, or I don't know. But yeah, those are fetch land only cards. That is everything except for this binder, and then I have one little thing to go over at the end. But so a couple signed lands, 2 pages, and then 1 more. So I'll go over like this. We have an erase and a dispatch on that side. I'll try and do my best to tell you what's on this side. There won't be much on this side, but I'll let you know. And most of these are duplicates, 4 ofs, 5 ofs, 6 ofs. Just let me know how many you need, and I'll let you know how many I have. But there are stacks of them, Rally the Peasants. There's a ton of Vapor Snags, like 7 Forbidden Alchemies. There's a couple Jace's Phantasms, Essence Scatter, which is probably not for trade, but I mean, if you need it, I'll let you know. Mental Misstep, Deceiver Exarch, and then all these, a couple Augurs, playset of Lorewind Ponders, Favorable Winds over here, Dissipate, Merfolk Looter, Steel Sabotage, and then hopefully you can see all these. Over here we have some Sign and Bloods and some Vampire Nighthawks. All these are here, playset of foil Goblin Cavaliers, which I don't know how I got those. But Krankos Commands over here. Combust, Got Shot, Smelt on this side over here. Hello. Yeah, there's nothing. Ancient Grudge, 1 or 2 of them over here. Actually, you know what? These are not for trade. I apologize. Those are going to be going into my sideboard of my Rug Delver deck for Modern. I apologize. These are not for trade. All these are for trade. I got like a playset of Arelfs. A couple of them are World Awake. A bunch of them over here. We have Farseeks, Flinthoof Boars, Esix Slam, Llanowar Elves, Acid War Spiders, Stinger Fling Spider, all on this side. And then more Rampant Growths up here, as there were right here. Excuse me. Visionaries, Pilgrims down here, Noxious Revival. More cards. More cards. More cards. More cards. 1 Reliquary Tower. There's a bunch of Evolving Wilds and all that jazz. Alright, some foil lands. Yay. Yay, foil lands. On this backside, foil plains. And then 5 foil mountains. Foil Call to the Kindred, foil Galvanoth, foil Fiend of the Shadows. And all these random foils, and then except for Exquisite Blood, Molten Steel Dragon for foil rares. More random foils. Nothing really of note back here, except for up here this is an older foil, Organ Grinder. Nothing really of note so far. I mean, except for like Deathwind, I guess. Maybe. All my notable foils are in my rare binder and high cost binder. Just a bunch of tokens. If you need tokens, let me know. I have mostly all tokens. And then 4 Drogskull Reavers, which are not for trade. And then these are just my collections back here. 2 playsets of Zendikar Day of Judgments, which are also not for trade. The reason being for these is, okay, I'll go over why these are my collection cards. I think these are going to go from value, which is why I kept these. These, I love the flavor text. These, I just love Young Wolf. It's just awesome artwork. I just love that card, I don't know why. And then Reassembling Skeleton for the artwork, and because it represents a skeleton perfectly. And that is it. So, really long trade binder video. PM me, check my wants list. You can comment if you need to, but thank you for watching.